Victoria, where are you?
The voice again. It filled her with relief and fear, yet this time it was distant, not close by her ear, and she was still wide awake.
Are you listening, Victoria? I know you can hear me.
It was real. It was calling from somewhere in the very depths of the monastery. She slid off the bed and opened the door slowly. She moved silently out and darted through the shadows. The flagstones were cold on her bare feet.
Why do you neglect me when you are so near?
His voice was raging on, and it occurred to Victoria, not for the first time, that he must be much changed from the kind and gentle father she had known and loved so much as a child. Finally, at the end of the passage, she saw the great doors that she knew led to the inner sanctum. She yanked the bolt free and started to push the doors inwards. Inside, the chamber was exactly as she had seen it, with an overturned chair, a torn veil, and moonlight that cut through the broken ceiling like a blade. Now what do I do?
I am here in the darkness. Find me.
A gentle voice at her shoulder startled her. Turn back now, Victoria. The Abbot Tomney had been waiting in the shadows inside the door. He carried an ornately carved ceremonial staff.
Victoria!
Echoed the voice. I have to find out, she protested. My father died far away, on another world. I can hear his voice in my thoughts. He called me and I travelled all this way. No, insisted the abbot. Demons and hungry ghosts steal many shapes. Please turn away, Victoria.
Why do you delay? Release me!
Her father's voice seemed to be coming from somewhere below. She noticed a shadowed alcove set into the side wall of the sanctum. I know he's here. She started to move towards the alcove, but the abbot's staff swung up to block her way. A second time I ask, what do you seek? What have you done to him? She pushed back against the staff, but he held her firmly, forcing her back. Do not disturb it. It is not your father. It is delusion.
Victoria!
Let me through! I cannot. For the third time I ask, what do you seek? I want the truth, she cried in despair. At last, the Abbot Tomney turned wearily away from her. You were expected. My task is ended. I cannot prevent your journey into the dark. He ceremonially raised his ornate staff towards her. Perhaps truth may light your way. Take it. Bewildered, she took the staff from his outstretched hands and watched as he started to grope his way out of the open sanctum door. There was a low moan from the depths. Are you there? She called, and approached the alcove. Cold air was welling up from below, carrying a dank reek of decay. The walls glittered with a putrid green. She went down step by step, clinging to the damp wall. She reached the foot of the stairs and the glimmering light revealed some sort of private chapel.
Victoria, are you there?
She could just make out an archway with something strung across its portal like a cobweb.
Release me!
She went closer and saw that the web was composed of coloured threads, all intermeshed and stretched across the opening. She tried to see through the mesh, but could make out only a dark hunched figure in the gloom. She raised the abbot's ceremonial staff and thrust it into the web. A roar of green flame. Victoria stumbled back, shielding her face. A figure was shuffling against the light, emerging from the archway. Victoria fell to the floor, staring up in disbelief. This wasn't her father at all. It was delusion. Its ancient features were wasted and slag, its white hair and beard matted, its eyes sunken and blind. Yet she knew the face. It was an uninvited memory resurrected, lost in time like her. You, she whispered. The figure faltered, Its voice, the voice that had been in her head for so long, was fierce and tortured.
Find me the locust.